Stock simplified, profits multiplied. Welcome to the Apex Investor channel. This is the update for Tuesday, October the 19th. And today's biggest loser the other day was GRTX, Galera Therapeutics. They were down around, I'm going to say 72%. They fell from about $7 all the way down to $2.25. So they had a massive decline. And the big winner yesterday was HX. They were up close to 148% just yesterday. So they saw a massive increase to 951. I think the previous day they were trading, well, anyhow, they were trading a lot less than that. And yeah, this is a late update, but of note, there was a stock, AVIR. They were down significantly as well, and that is because their, I believe their pill that was for treating a certain virus was not effective. So their stock came crashing down big time. And that's going to be an interesting stock to track in the next few months. As you can see, the stock has been pretty much above $20 for the most part. It dipped way below support at this level here, which is about $13. So can this recover? This isn't some unknown company, Atea Pharmaceuticals. They do have a market cap of over $1 billion. This is closer to being oversold, as you can see there in the RSI number. It is closer to 14, and the insider ownership is pretty significant as well. Institutional ownership is 69%, so that is very good. But yeah, a lot of people are jumping ship, and some people are holding. So we'll see what happens with AVIR. So we're going to move on to IronNet just really quickly. I wanted to look at IronNet to see, yeah, this stock is very good. This is one of my holdings, full disclosure. And when I was looking at their press release way back when they opened the trading session, it indicated there was a note here saying that the cybersecurity sector is going to be worth in the billions, $40 billion by 2024. That's only in 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can wait 3 years from now, you'll really reap the rewards of this stock, which is pretty much dirt cheap at this moment. Very, very cheap at around 11.41. You can get this probably between 10 to 11. Very good play. It will give you a lot of money once that reaches its full potential. And we're looking at, again, near $50 and up, maybe even $100. So we're going to move on to the trending stocks next. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So looking at the trending stocks, I don't see any big movers and shakers. Again, we're looking at least a 10% gain or loss. So I'm going to skip over all of these, except MMTLP. We'll look at that. We look at certain stocks, especially metamaterials. We'll look at that as well. Overall, I'm down 10%. My average is looking like 545. And this was at $6 at one point. But this is going to rally. Big picture. We have to keep a big picture perspective on this stock. This isn't a short-term play. This is a long-term play, very long-term play, looking at 5 to 10 years down the road. I know it sounds a little ridiculous for me to say that, but that's just the reality, that you're looking at 5 to 10 years to really get your full potential of maximizing your profits. And that's what this channel is about. It's not day trading. This channel is not about day trading. It is about long-term investing, long-term plays. That's where most of the money is going to be made. IronNet saw a big rally yesterday. I'm going to take a closer look at that as well. AMC went down to 40.80. It was down about 5%. And I'm looking for Clover and GameStop in Bitcoin. Those are the last ones I look at. Clover at 792. GameStop up a little bit at 186. And I think that's it in terms of movers and shakers. Bitcoin up 64,000 US dollars. Just an incredible rise from where it was, I think, at 30,000 at one point. So we're seeing a strong rally for Bitcoin in the recent days and months. Socket was up 10%. Canaan was up 11%. That Chinese stock that is crypto related. LMFA, the penny stock, up 13%. And BlackBerry up as well, 14%. Very good news for BlackBerry shareholders. So we're going to take a look at these three, actually four stocks here. First, the preferred share. We see here that Meta Materials, Torchlight, preferred shares was trading between 152 to 179. Seems to be stabilizing at this level around just above $1, but under $2, about 150 averaging. I'm not sure how long this is going to be offered for, but it'd be a good idea to jump on this before it really explodes before the end of the year. This is the calm before the storm. Meta Materials saw a little bit of a rally, not a massive rally, but 0.2% rally. It was trading between 466 and 498. So it's struggling to get back up to the $5 level. The volume is not so good, but you know what? This is also the calm before the storm. I mean, Meta Materials, we're waiting for a big PR. We're waiting for the dividend. We're waiting for a lot of things. And we're very confident they will happen. And it's not blind faith. It's based on their historic deals. It's based on what they're actually doing, the acquisition of not only Torchlight and their assets, but also the acquisition of nanotech and just how fruitful that is going to be. It's already been fruitful. They're a very productive company, very profitable company. And they are, need to remind you, Meta Materials has zero debt. They have zero debt. That's a very good sign. IronNet, again, up 13% from 986 to 1141. So a really strong rally there. That was support at 936, 975. But anyway, between $9 to $10 is your support. That's your entry point. So you just missed that yesterday. I wouldn't chase that at this point. I would wait for it to drop again. And I did buy this initially, I believe, at $12.90. So I'm still down a little bit, but this is a very good stock. As you can see, 975 to 1159, 52-week range, 936 to $47. I mean, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, I don't know what will. That's going to explode very soon. Clover Investments, they had a day of 770 to 813. So we can see this is getting higher and higher. The entry point is between $6 to $7, and this will definitely go back to $20 and up in the near future, possibly within the next year. So that's all for trending stocks. So look at some news on Twitter and Reddit if there's anything significant. Well, looky here, we've got a lot of news, a lot of Twitter, a lot of tweets from George Pelikaras. It says here, Meta appoints Carlos Smits as vice pres of talent and culture. I'm going to take a closer look at that. Next, we have a tweet saying that he was excited that Metamaterial won 2 innovation awards at the Tech Connect World 2021 for NanoWeb, and then another product. I'm not sure what it says underneath, but I'll take a click, see if it'll open up for me. I'm not sure it will because I can't sign into my Twitter anymore for whatever reason. Okay, it won't show me what it is. Well, anyway, they did win 2 awards, so that's really good news. I do apologize for the speed of my, actually not the speed, the slowness of this computer. Yeah, anyhow, let's move on. It says here, a glimpse of Metamaterial Tech's 5th generation AR Fusion ALC5 high volume ophthalmic smart lens casting system in action. So they did show and demonstrate how that works during their presentation. Learn more. You can click on that if you like. I think I'll just take a quick look. and we'll look at this press release regarding Carlos Smits. So they announced today, I should say yesterday, it has appointed Carlos Smits as Vice President, VP of Talent and Culture. He brings more than 25 years of experience working with some of the world's most recognized corporations to help strengthen their talent, culture, and scale. He will be responsible for all HR activities to support Meta's growth through talent and leadership development, talent acquisition, learning, diversity, and inclusion. He was, get this, a talent acquisition lead at Google. Google, that's how qualified this person is. He was a mentor for the women founders cohort of the Google Startups Accelerator. Before that, he was at North Incorporated, a smart AR glasses company. So he's a natural fit with Meta, since that is one of the things that they do is AR. So that's going to be, you can see all these hires are very forward looking and very much into the, not just the culture, but the industries that they're in. Okay, so I think that's it for Twitter. I'm going to take a look at Wall Street Bets next. Welcome back. On Wall Street Bets, the most mentions for a stock was BlackBerry. Tilray, the cannabis stock, got second most, Tesla third, followed by the usual suspects, GameStop, SDC, etc. BlackBerry is a very good stock. I do agree with the sentiment. However, Tilray, I'm very bearish on the cannabis stocks, mostly because in Canada, we have had a lot of cannabis companies and they haven't really delivered in terms of profits, in terms of what they envisioned originally. It just didn't happen. And I think you're going to see the same thing in America regarding Tilray and whatever company, it doesn't matter. But basically, it's not a market that you're going to profit from in a big way. So let's move on to MetaMaterials subreddit. I wanted to speak about cannabis stocks and all stocks basically. So cannabis stocks, bearish, don't invest in those. What should you invest in? EV, Tesla, etc., Lucid Motors, MetaMaterials, obviously with the metamaterial sector. They're the only player in the game. You've got crypto, Coinbase, Canaan, Mara, etc. You've got GameStop and AMC. Those are the stalwarts. They're the most stable stocks in the stock market. When you think about a stock market crash, those are probably the two that'll keep you afloat in the midst of a big deluge of bad news and crashing. Okay, so it says here that they won for NanoWeb and GlucoY, so that's really good. Nanotech bills look dope. Wow. Yeah, looks fine to me. Justin, the CEO of Meta, confirms that there's at least 3 contracts currently in the works. Oh my goodness, that is massive news. That's going to be the title of this video. My Meta Materials and Divi gains will go in this new investment. Stop fanboying for an Elon connection. Well, I mean, it could happen, but if it doesn't happen, we shouldn't be disappointed, because that's not where all our hopes are in. It's in Meta as a company, in terms of their products. It's not, well, they have a deal with Samsung. Well, they could, but don't put all our hopes and dreams on those things. Those are just going to be bonus, like icing on the cake. Okay, question and answer of the Oro Grande projects lead regarding Torchlight's land. That's a really important. I'm going to open that up. Is he saying the land's been sold? I think it's sold. Okay, well, I think that's speculation. We don't really know, but I'll take a closer look at that. Why would he go to a $5 little metal company? I think I know why. Wow, okay, let's see if you know why. Anyone think these closing prices are weird? Meta points Carlos Smits, which we spoke about. Vortex data, again, I don't really take that seriously, but it gives you a little indicator, but you can't put your hopes and dreams in that either. I've been flying around Oro Grande. I've uncovered something that gave me excitement. Tell me what this looks like to you. Okay, open that up too. I got an email from Mark confirming we will be at the International Conference in Miami, March 2022. So there's a lot of upcoming events for Meta. I believe there's one in February. I believe there's one now in March now. And we have a bullish article on Investor Place. Okay, we'll see that too. And I think we'll end it there. Series A shares. Okay. We'll open that as well. We've got quite a number of posts to look at. The dividend for Meta shares. That's the dividend. What's the dividend? I don't understand what he's saying. I'm going to take a look and see what he's talking about. Dividend taxes. You will get taxed at long-term capital gains instead of as short-term capital gains. For those who sold their MMTLP, you might notice the gains were listed under long-term instead of under short-term. Holding until the dividend payout. So I'm just glad this will be taxed much less. If you're bullish about MMTLP, I'll do the same. I would do the same if you fit the criteria since there's a tax incentive. If you're on Torchlight 90 days before the original dividend, okay. Your dividend may be classified as a qualified dividend. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. It's a lot, but I'll wait for them to load and I'll come back. All right. So welcome back. It says here, I like it, part 2. So this is talking about the 3 contracts currently in the works. In the previous earnings report and Meta's recent presentation, they both state upcoming partnership / contracts. So just one of these could send the stock above $10, but let's just say $6, above $6, above $7. And depending on what deal it is, could be up to 10, maybe back to 20 again, but it'll be a lot higher, significantly higher than what we're seeing right now. The CEO's official StockTwits account confirming at least 3 contracts. Oh my goodness, that is great. Catalysts, we need more catalysts. Yeah, so that's great. I mean, he's confirming things, but because he hasn't given specifics, that's going to be a big question mark. But he has already said there are 3 deals. I mean, what more do you need? I'd say the names. I need the names. I need the names. I need the numbers. I want the quantities. How much are the deals worth and all that? How long are the deals for? Next, Q&A with Oro Grande Projects lead, geologist Rich Masterson regarding the Torchlight land. Can we talk about a company you have an interest in? Yes, Torchlight. It's a smaller and newer company. Is going to drill wells in the Oro Grande Basin. I know there's risk. What's your take on this one? I'll have the luxury of doing all the science. We'll give the very best evaluation. They're taking a wild idea and performing scientific methodology. And next says, Torchlight is a microcap stock with about 18.2 million market valuation, etc. Can you address that? It's taking a while to load. I think there's only 2. It says here, I'm a geologist, not a business guy. I think it's like, I'm a doctor, not a engineer, whatever it is. Not a business guy, but I think this stock has been hit more by the pricing of its existing production and its non-operated properties. I think it's been hit more by the shorts anyhow. If someone already knows that the Oro Grande is not good, I'd like to hear his geologic evaluation. The amount Torchlight will spend on it is an amazingly small amount. The company doesn't have to do a complete development of the area today. Torchlight's exposure will be less than the amount of the valuation that when we're talking about drilling. So how does Oro Grande compare to the Wolf Bone? I think the company is taking a very well thought out risk. I had the same questions about Wolf Bone. I had people tell me it would never work. I had less data and less was known about what made these plays work. In many ways, the Wolfbone project was risky, but the outcome was quite good. It's great to take a higher risk situation when it's well thought out. That's the way we look at it. Many of my peers have looked at the Oro Grande and they would like to be in it. It's been critiqued and it needs to get drilled. It says here this was over 6 years ago, so back in 2015. But regardless, that's still good information. And let's look at the next post. Talking about a rumor saying the land has been sold. Big rumor. He's saying he thinks it's sold. People are more confused now. I'm more confused. I think we're all confused. And the best thing is to take it with a grain of salt. So this is the guy that started this theory, mystery game. It helped ruin naive new investors. So yeah, this guy's just throwing nonsense, just creating a confusion. Wait for something official and just throw out the rumors and speculation. If the land was sold, Georgia would have said that it's sold and they won't have to drill. I think it's pretty simple. Hire top talent from Google. Why did he come over? I think I know why. What is it? Just a wee small metal company. Released Kraken. Contracts, dollar signs, need support. Why did he leave Google? One of the perks of working at a big name company is being visible enough to get recruited into an equity opportunity. Oh, that's a good point. Google is evil. He wants to use his powers for good. I think the reason why is metamaterials he saw the potential. He sees the potential just as we do. And maybe it's a better fit in terms of his expertise because he does have a lot of, he has experience when it comes to AR. Since I have nothing better to do, I've been flying around the Oro Grande. You know, when you start connecting the dots and they start looking more and more like dollar signs, I mean, take a peek at this and be excited. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't think any of us have a clue as to what we are in for. I mean, if this is what it's looking an awful lot like, I think we'll be able to retire. It'll make all the red days worth it. This speculation mixed with factual based pictures. So we can see the land here. Not sure what it looks like to you, but to me, the distance between potential mine, Round Top Mountain, pictured below, they aren't identical, but this is a typical lithium play being mined by typical miners with conventional methods. Lithium extraction techniques. This is the Oro Grande. Sure, it does look like a giant version of what the dude's playing in the picture above. Okay. Working with the oil and gas industry, we can take advantage of the infrastructure already existing in Alberta. The infrastructure isn't the only advantage. The Leduc Formation, the source of Alberta's first big oil boom, is also a rich lithium deposit. There are 10.6 million tons of lithium carbonate. So the Canadian nanotech company is eyeing new ways to extract lithium from oil fields. Aren't we a nanotech company? Isn't the Oro Grande one a monster oil field? So yeah, this is possibly true. It's a possibility. Nanotech companies are able to extract lithium from old empty oil and gas wells using geothermal energy. So basically, once they make money off the oil, they can make money off the geothermal electricity while making money as well off the lithium extraction. So there's three ways to make money: oil, and then geothermal electricity, and thirdly, lithium extraction, possibly. We know the first two are confirmed regarding geothermal. This company never ceases to amaze me. I think it will be the stock that just keeps on giving. I fully agree. Fully agree. That's a good post. Thank you for that. A new bullish article on Investor Place. It seems that Investor Place has been a lot more positive and optimistic regarding Meta. But anyway, it was a good read. They said it was $3. It would go down to 48 cents. Okay. You know what? They can say whatever they like, good or bad. I think it's better we just focus on the news, the statistics, the facts, and not just be thrown all over the place with people's wild speculations and rumors that may or may not be true. It's better to just look at the facts and the official press releases in the long term and the short term. Mark Komanowski comes through again. Okay, so this is talking about the Series A preferred shares. I'm going to just come back. Oh, never mind. Okay, so what does he say? Is fully described in the definitive proxy filed in May 2021. The arrangement agreement between Torchlight and Meta provided that the combined company will use commercially reasonable efforts to sell the oil and gas assets prior to the expiration date of December 28th. Torchlight stockholders of record received a dividend on a one-for-one basis of shares of Series A preferred stock. This preferred stock was and is not expected to be listed on a securities exchange. It will be administered by the AST, the company's transfer agent. Holders of shares of the Series A preferred stock may receive asset sale dividends from any asset sale transactions consummated prior to the asset sale expiration date. They may also receive a spin-off dividend of any remaining assets that have not been sold in an asset sale transaction before the expiration date. The OTC market is not a securities exchange. It is only a trading market where brokers match buyers. So I think I've read something like this before. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is being reposted, but so this is Senior Vice President, Integris Communications. I believe this is Investor Relations from Metamaterial. So he's just confirming further that MMTLP is valid, it is real. I got the same response. They're just posting the template now. This literally means hold your damn shares, both Metamaterials and MMTLP. Because if the shorts can't buy the position before the record date, meaning December 28th, they're going to be screwed. So yeah, this is old news. So my broker, XTB, just told me that the dividend for Metamaterials placeholder dividend shares, this is the dividend clearly. Okay, what is it? Torchlight.us. I'm not sure what this means. A lot of craziness happening, giving indication something is going on. I know buying more shares will get me aboard this ship. My private island is waiting. I think you're making a mistake. The company failed to control their own equities. It felt like a good decision. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay. You cannot blame the company for the regulation of an OTC market. What happened was a systemic risk. Okay. That's not the dividend they want you to sell. Exactly. It's not the dividend. As we covered many times in this channel, the dividend is looking like at least $10 at the worst case. Best case, there really isn't a number I can give you, but because the price of oil is only going up, everything is going up. It's called inflation. It's going to be $20. $10 is going to be kind of ridiculous at that point, especially the rising price of oil and gas. It's going to be at least $20. I'm just going to say that right here, right now. It's going to be $20 to probably $40, but we'll see what the dividend actually becomes. but I'm just going to throw a number out there and it's probably $20. $10 is the worst case scenario. So if you're getting this dividend, preferred shares for under $10, that's a great deal. So MMTLP dividend taxes. So again, this person talking about the tax incentives. Preferred shares, the stock must be owned more than 91 days during the 181 days starting 90 days before the ex-dividend date. So that is how many days from now? I think that's almost 90 days from now. 90 days from December 28th would be roughly, what was that? Around 60 days, so 30 days. It would be September, just the end of September. So that would have been, that's about past by now. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I just reinvest all of it, I don't pay taxes. You pay taxes on what you cash out. Reinvestment is always good. Okay, so I think that's all for this update. Thank you very much for all your support. And we'll see you later after the market closes. I know the market is currently running right now. I usually don't post videos during the market session, but because this is the update for yesterday, I wanted to get up to speed with everything that's going on. So until next time, may God bless you all and may God bless your investments.